Hello guys, Vengeance are here, doing another video for Grinding Mondays. I've been here about 20 minutes, grinding polys. I figured that poly forest would be probably my best bet on grinding. I'm on a mission to find, there's the drop table for this area. I figured that polys would be my best bet to find what I'm looking for. I'm trying to grind a bit here and get a Specter's energy. No luck yet. I have about every potion or thing that I can get on my little character. If you look at the bottom down there, I got about a ton of skill point things on. And XP as well. Might as well grind the XP while I'm fighting, you know. But the whole mission is to get a Specter's energy. Because I need it for the Black Star sub-weapon. That was a weird interaction. And my line of thinking is if I pick a spot that drops the Specter's energy, and I make sure that that spot has the smallest drop table possible, then that should increase my chances, right? I mean, say you have 5 things and the item you're looking for is one of those things. Well, you got a 1 in 5 chance. Of course, the drop tables are quite that simple. They have different rates for different items, right? But for my analogy, that's just kind of simplified down, you know. So it's like a 1 in 5 chance. One out of the 5. You know, the item that drops could be one of the 5 things. Before they modify it with the different percentages for what those are and how they calculate the RNG. But if you have a drop table that has 20 items, then I mean essentially you went from a 1 in 5 chance to a 1 in 20 chance, you know, without all the RNG, before the RNG calculations are applied. Now, without knowing exactly what the drop table percentages are, say maybe Specter's energy has a 50% chance to drop somewhere else, then it would be better to grind there versus a 0.05% chance here at Polys. You know, I mean, just as an example, I have no idea what the drop rates actually are, and there's no way that a Specter's energy is ever going to have 50%, so don't take that seriously, but just as a comparison, I exaggerated the numbers there. But until I see some data on what drop percentages are where, and you know, you'd have to data mine that. Somebody that would data mine that would have to tell you, or you just have to make an estimated guess based on hours and upon hours of grinding in different spots and compare the different spots. But until I see that data, I'm going to go off the assumption that an area with a smaller drop table will increase my chances for getting Specter's energy as long as it drops here. No luck yet. There's the stuff that we've gotten so far. In 20 minutes, I'm 8,500 crash. That's not too bad, I guess. I guess it's been 25 minutes now. A little less because I had to stop to set up the recording stuff, but the only bad thing about polys is I always lose track of which ones I've killed and which ones I haven't, because you can't really tell aside from the grayed out part. The whole idea of grinding a Specter's energy is that that, I won't have to spend the 12 billion on, or 11 billion, whatever it is at now, on buying a Tet one. I can build one. I think building a base Black Star Dagger is still going to cost me probably 600-700 million, somewhere around there. Those things are pretty decent. But if I get the Specter's energy, then it'll save me quite a bit, because I've already got the stacks and stuff. Some massive pure magic. Is that in the drop table? I mean, it has to be, right, if it's dropping, but Specter's energy is probably rarer. That is okay. The other reason why I'm grinding here at Polly's instead of somewhere else is that I still need skill points for this wizard. I don't need much, but I need a few. I think total when I figured it up before was 2285. You max out every single skill. I don't know if that's still true or not. I'll just have to see when I get there. There's an imperfect lightstone. I don't really want to use that skill. It just takes up too much time, but that's fine. But I was at 2007 skill points when I came here. I'm at 2014, so I've gained 8. Or 7, sorry. Almost 8. These 3 guys here. I always like the way Polyforce looked. I kind of am a fan of that big fantasy, just over the top colors. I like the color scheme here. Plus, when the movie came out, I was pretty big into MMOs at the time when the Avatar movie came out. Not the Last Airbender anime, but the actual Avatar movie. The blockbuster one, or whatever you want to call it. And the color scheme of Polyforce reminds me of that movie quite a bit. And I liked the movie. I was a pretty big fan of the movie. It was very well done. Even if the story was a bit eh. But we play MMORPGs with worse story than that, so you know, I won't complain. But I always like the color scheme. I like the way in the opening scenes, like the very first few minutes of the movie, you know, the forest was all like neon, glowy, tons of colors. So I always enjoy regions and games that look similar to that. Perfect World had a region that reminded me of that very, very, very heavily. I don't remember what the region was called. It's been years since I've played that game. When I say years, I mean 15 years, maybe. Maybe only 12. Probably closer to 12. It's been a very long time. I don't even know if that game is still up and going. Hey, congratulations me. I made it 0.1%. I was at 3.408% when I started here. Pick up those items. I don't know where people would actually grind at to level. Like, I'm gonna assume that higher level spots would give better experience, but I don't grind huge amounts of high spots because I only grind places where there's stuff I actually need. I'm not gonna go grind for XP or for silver. And being that in my experience, the skill point rates are always, one mob gives you like what, 0.1 without any enhancements on, like XP or skill XP buffs on. So that means that you really want to kill things that are within your level. Probably green named is the best because they're weaker, but within your level, you want to kill things that are very quick and very highly compact, like very dense. The mob density is high so that you can move through them fairly quickly, because at that point, when everything gives the same amount of XP, you're looking at amount cleared versus kill speed. So you want to be able to kill just as many in a small amount of time versus spending a little bit of time to kill one monster that gives more XP. I know other games do it differently. You spend, we're gonna use this skill. You spend a little bit longer killing things, but they give more XP versus just running through tons and tons and tons of monsters. But like I said, I don't know. I don't know why anybody would just go XP grind on this game. I assume there's some kind of passive benefit to getting higher levels. Although it couldn't be much, otherwise everybody would be doing it. But I'm not going to go just mindlessly grind for silver or XP, so I will grind places that drop things that I need. Like this, I need skill points, and Polly's was always good for skill points, and I need the Specter'S energy, and I read online a few places that said that Polly's was very good for that too. And I assume it's the same as like the skill point thing, where you just want to run through as many as you can to increase your chances. Although in half an hour I have not seen anything out of a Specter'S energy yet. Help my pets pick up a little bit here. This is the only thing that's different about the wizard. Like, I don't really have an auto attack like the berserker whenever I was grinding Nagas on the season. Berserker there. I can just run up to him, use my movement skills to go in between, and then right click or left click to kill the mobs. But with the wizard, I gotta do all the casting and stuff, so it just becomes kind of a pain in the grind. Now, granted, on the season, I was killing monsters that die in no time, right? But as I would get, I assumed that combat would change on the berserker as I got to, look, more skill points, as I got to a place where I could just one-shot the mobs with my auto attack, basically. We're gonna round these up and use this skill again. Not really much point in using the Black Spirit Rage to buff myself, because these things die in pretty much one hit anyway. wonder when Parlibus is gonna change the crash loot from monsters to be 0.01 weight instead of 0.10. They did that for a bunch of other items, but you would think that, I mean, I know the whole idea is, oh, let's create a problem where you have character weight and then sell weight upgrades in the shop, which, you know, that's fine. But I really don't think that decreasing the weight of crash loot is going to affect weight sales. You know, you're gonna see a point of people have to grind for silver. If they're not into life skills, then they're into combat, and if they're, you know, to progress, you're gonna be grinding either way. You know, you either grind life skills or you grind combat for silver, like this. And you're not gonna remove that by reducing crash loot weight. People aren't going to. But they'll still buy the weight things because it'll just allow them to grind for 10 times as long. You know, it's not like they're not going to be like, well, I can just grind without the weight. I mean, some people are going to, you know, of course, but they're going to be like, no, now I can stay out 10 times as long, and I still want as much weight as possible so I can stay out longer. I can usually grind for an hour straight if I'm in a spot that doesn't drop a lot of heavy items like weapons, without running into weight issues. Just because I have the 22 something weight without a value pack, and then I have the fairy skill that increases it to 125 before I feel 125% before I feel a penalty. So with that, I'm somewhere around 2700 weight before I start slowing down. See if we can round these guys up. Give my pets a heart attack, making them try to pick up all this stuff. So we got the Old Moon Supreme Scroll on for drops. So we got Agger's Fever on, which is grinding away. And then I also have the Item Collection Scroll on. I don't know if all this stuff stacks or not, but I have all this stuff, so I'm using it. I want to get it out of my inventory. Same with like all the XP and skill XP stuff. A lot of that junk I just want it out of my inventory. Taking up space. Let's burn those guys. Those are gonna run back. We'll miss those. It's alright. Come on, mushrooms. I'm fairly satisfied with the amount of blackstones that I'm getting. Even though I'm not in Valencia region, I'm still getting quite a bit of blackstones. Look at it. 3 weapons and 13 armors, a bunch of crash loot, a bunch of spirit dust. Still no Specter though. figure if my pets miss a drop here or there, I'll get it on the way back in. Let's get these guys. This spot right here is where I ended up leveling up a lot whenever I went from like 59 or something to 60. There's another massive gear magic. Wish he'd quit giving me those and give me the Spectre. Guy's too fast on the rotation. I think I'm missing the monsters. Now it kind of fucked my rotation a little bit. Well, I don't teleport around. If I'd go slow enough, I can just constantly kill in a circle. The good thing about the either the server population, it's dropped because of Lost Ark, or people are just on season right now. But I haven't seen anybody try and contest my spot or anything. Just been over here grinding away. These guys to siphon some mana, magic evasion into some just autos. More combat skill points. I need to go back and get these guys. These guys have been messing with my rotation with them not dying. Auto these guys down. So I think I'm going to probably just live at Polly's for the next few days. I don't want to. It really depends on how long it takes to get a Spectre, or if I get one. I may get one in the next 30 seconds, or I may get one in the next 3 weeks. You know, it just really depends on RNG. But if I end up, I'll grind till I don't feel like doing it anymore, and then if I hit that point of I'm just kind of tired of grinding, which could happen in, you know, the same as Spectre, it could happen in the next 30 seconds or the next 3 weeks, it just depends. Sometimes I like to grind, sometimes I just get sick of it really, really quick. But if I end up, if my patience holds out and I keep grinding and just want to grind, then my stipulation will be when I hit skill points that if I don't need any more skill points, then I'll probably find another spot to go. Maybe I'll move to a spot that drops the potion piece things. Maybe I'll go to Blood Wolves. I don't know how good they are for. I don't even know if they drop Specter's in here or not. I didn't even look. Let's see if I can find them real quick. Blood Wolf, do you drop Specter's? They do. Maybe I'll go there next. big fan of multitask grinding. You know, right now I'm in a spot where I do need the life spirit stones. I need the Specter'S, I need the skill points, so this place is killing a bunch of birds with one stone. Plus it always gives you XP, you know, whatever you're killing gives you XP. It might not be much, but at the rate I'm going, I'm not stressing out, and eventually I'll hit 63. Or they'll raise the soft cap, and then I'll just go grind it out real quick. But the XP soft cap that I know of right now is 62. I'm getting almost no XP per kill, so. I guess theoretically it doesn't matter where you grind, as long as you're getting some XP, you could level infinitely. It might not be very much fun, but. Oh, it died. Alright, I'll end this video off. I'll keep grinding. The game crashed. Thanks for watching, and, you know, self-promote, sub, all that stuff, and as always, until next time.